Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The initial controversy trailing the award of a multi-billion naira pipeline surveillance contract in August 2022 to ex-militant leader in the Niger Delta, Government Ekpemupolo, popularly known as Tompolo, has resurfaced following expiration of the contract. Our correspondent reports that the expiration of the one-year contract awarded to secure oil platforms is eliciting colliding interest in the Niger Delta region and other parts of Nigeria.
Following massive crude oil theft which had dealt a heavy blow to the Nigerian economy, the government of President Muhammadu Buhari in August 2022 awarded a 48 billion naira pipeline surveillance contract to Tantita Security Services, owned by former Niger Delta agitator, Government Ekpemupolo alias Tompolo. The terms of the contract provided that the beneficiary would secure oil platforms in Bayelsa, Delta, Imo, Ondo, and Rivers State to drastically reduce activities of crude oil thieves. Not long after it was awarded, several groups in the Niger Delta, notably the Isoko Youths Federation, rejected the contract, alleging their exclusion. The Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions in January this year summoned the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, over the contract, following a petition by Isoko Youths alleging perceived marginalization. With the expiration of the pipeline surveillance contract, Arewa Youths recently kicked against its renewal, arguing that despite the staggering sum voted for it, Nigeria's daily oil output has not improved significantly. However, some groups in the Niger Delta, like the Indigenous Movement for Radical Change, has passed a vote of confidence in Tompolo, urging President Bola Tinubu to disregard critics and re-award the pipeline surveillance contract to the former leader of the Movement for Emancipation of the Niger Delta. According to the group, those opposed to the renewal of the contract were either directly involved in oil theft or indirectly benefiting from it. Other groups in the Niger Delta clamoring for the re-award of the pipeline surveillance contract would rather have it split among Tompolo and his contemporaries in the Niger Delta armed struggle. President of the Movement for the Survival of the Izon ethnic nationality in the Niger Delta, Kennedy West, and Hope Erekosima, a youth leader in the region, maintained that splitting the contract would give other ex-agitators a sense of inclusion and stave off imminent rivalries and insecurity in Nigeria's oil belt.
The federal government should, as a matter of importance, consider Alhaji Asari Dokubo, King Ateketo, Chief Ebikabowe Victor Ben, Chief Bibopri Ajube, and other very critical actors into this surveillance contract to ensure that there is peace in the region.
The sense of belonging is key, in that the people that will be recruited to do some of these functions will be directly from those communities, those states, and that one will give them an extra reason, motivation to ensure that the contract is done according to the terms.
In spite of the award of the pipeline surveillance contract, crude oil theft continues unabated in the oil fields of the Niger Delta. Consequently, Nigeria has been unable to meet its OPEC production quota of 1.7 million barrels per day, as the country's daily oil output declined from 1.5 million barrels in March to 1.1 million barrels in August 2023. Professor of Economic History at the University of Port Harcourt, Ben Nanen, advises the federal government to take the hard decision of legalizing operations of artisanal crude oil refineries whose activities encourage oil theft in the Niger Delta.
They pay the oil companies, they make their money, they pay taxes, because you have now regularized it. All right, so it becomes a legitimate business, and you could also put in place some kind of quality assurance in the production, both for environmental impact, that is the environmental, footprint, and once you regularize, people will work within such parameters, and then we can add benefit to the economy.
At the moment, the federal government is yet to issue any directive for cancellation or re-award of the pipeline surveillance contract, leaving all interested parties speculating on its next course of action. Obviously, the buck stops with Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, who must weigh all the available options and report back to the President on the desirability or otherwise of not just re-awarding the contract, but deciding who should be its beneficiaries. What is, however, paramount is the need to protect national interest.
Inside the Niger Delta,